All right, let's get started. Today, I'm going to share with you the 5 most important benefits of the CARES Act that are set to end unless a new stimulus package is agreed upon. You're not going to want to miss this. You heard right. Many of the benefits of the CARES Act that was signed into law this past March are set to end on December 31st, 2020. I wanted to make this video after the election but before the holidays to stress the importance of signing a new deal and give us a reminder of the most important benefits that we need to prioritize. Number 1, 13 weeks of extended unemployment benefits. You see, the CARES Act extended state unemployment benefits an additional 13 weeks. Now, to be clear, we're not talking about any additional funds. We're just talking about the amount of time somebody can claim unemployment. So, for example, if you were out of work during the shutdown and then called back and now things are shutting down again, you had additional weeks offered through the federal government. But to be clear, starting on January 1st, 2021, those additional weeks are gone. Number 2, PUA, also known as Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. Now, this was so important because it opened up unemployment benefits for the self-employed, the independent contractors, the gig workers, the sole proprietors. Never before, if they were out of work, could they apply for just regular unemployment benefits. And now PUA would cover them. Yet again, on the first of the year, that is gone. So it is imperative to sign an extension to that to cover all of the small business owners if they're finding themselves shut down. Number 3, additional unemployment benefits. As many of us remember, there was an additional $600 per week offered through the federal government. However, that stopped in the end of July. And then there was a small gap in time before they were allowed to backdate an additional $300 again offered through the federal government. Now, what's important to realize about this benefit is that each and every week people were shut down, out of work. They were able to keep the lights on, keep food on the table by receiving additional income on a weekly basis. And with no additional stimulus, millions of people are going to need help. Number 4, renter protection from evictions. While I know this may not apply to you, it does affect over 43 million households. And at the end of the year, those rent protections are going away and people may find themselves out of a home. Especially during these winter months, I believe an extension is necessary. And number 5, student loan deferral. Well, not all of us have student loans. Some of us still do, or our kids do, nephews or cousins. And since the CARES Act, student loan payments and the interest accrued on those loans has been deferred. However, at the start of the year, loan servicers can again begin to collect on those loans and charge interest. I definitely feel that the way things are going, an extension of those student loan deferrals is important. All right, let's wind this thing down. I actually did a poll in my private Facebook group, feel free to join that, asking people which benefits were most impactful and of most interest to them. And many people mentioned the ones that we addressed in this video, but other people were asking about those $1,200 stimulus checks. Well, I can tell you that both sides seem to have agreed that those stimulus checks should go out. However, the big question is when. Some of the issues holding up the stimulus checks are things that we addressed in this video. It's not so much that people can't agree that there should be additional or extended unemployment, but they can't seem to agree on a number. Should it be $200, $300, $400? And another thing holding up the stimulus package is local and state funding. As you can imagine, essential workers, first responders, teachers, schools, municipalities, local agencies, they all have to be open to serve the public, and things that are being mandated in certain states like testing of certain percentages all cost money, and the federal government has to agree to give state and local governments money, and that's holding things up. And the last thing to bring up that has to be negotiated is liability protection for businesses that are open and perhaps people get sick. And there's two sides of this coin. No one's looking for some sort of avalanche of lawsuits, all because businesses remained open. But on the flip side of that, there has to be a balance there as well. And it all seems to come down to language. So once both sides can agree on how it's written and sounds, I believe we'll be able to move forward. But I am curious what you think is important, so let me know down in the comments. Also, be sure to like this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate it, so thanks. Also, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. Also, I have some exciting news to share. I'm finally getting my website launched later this month. I have a favor to ask. If you're interested in maybe taking a look at it, clicking around, making sure everything works, giving me some feedback, I would really appreciate it. If that's something you might be interested in helping me out with, then go ahead and join our private Facebook group. I'm probably going to post the private link there first, and again, ask people to give me some feedback so that when it finally launches, it's working and everything's great. So thanks again for that. All right, as always, I'm Rich, and until next time.